Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me start my thing. Okay, let's do share screen. I'm gonna do screen two. Okay, share. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Ricky. How's everybody doing? All right, I got some new news as opposed to old news that I wanted to put in here. What's going on? Why don't I have the huh? Did I start this right? Which one is this? Is this the 4 or the 5? Sorry, let me just figure it. Let me figure out which one I'm on. Is this did I start the wrong? This looks like it's the 4. Where's this thing? Help. No, this is a 5. This is the 5. How come I don't have the 2 on here? Session 2. Wait, this is the 5, right? Yeah. This is MT5. Huh. Wait. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure I have the right. Yeah, this looks like it's. Well, hold on. Indicators. No, this is the 4. This looks like it's the 4. It's the wrong one. Do I have the wrong one? Sorry, let me just bear with me a second here, guys. I think I launched the wrong. Just bear with me a second here. It's got to be, I think, this one. I'm trying to launch 5 because, yeah, this is a 5. All right, wow. Okay, I knew I had it wrong. Okay, super. Okay, I got 5 up, right? And first order of business that I want to tell you is there is a new version of combo alerts that I want to put on to the charts. We fixed a key bug in there in terms of showing you the trend break properly. We're actually going to have yet a new version coming up tomorrow, but this one pretty much clears the bugs, and the next one is just going to be cosmetic. I'm going to show you some changes in it that are going to be necessary. But let's lay down this new version so that we can have at least accurate reading of the combo alerts. So what I'm going to do now is I already downloaded. It's already in your. If we go into Trader Tools, you go into this folder. I put in the new version right there. Okay, so you guys can feel free to go in there and get it. Okay, so let me just do that first. I'm gonna go File, Open Data Folder. Here we go. Let me bring that to the screen. Hang on. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, what happened to my File, Open Data Folder? Why is nothing working here? Okay, sorry. I'm just organizing everything. For some reason, none of it came out properly. Open Data Folder. Where is it? Here. I want to move this over here. For some reason it's okay. So you guys can see this now. Okay, it's in my downloads folder. It's called Combo Alerts. I'm going to tell you how you know that you have the right one. I'm going to go Control X, come back here, go into MQL4, go into Indicators, and we're just going to replace this. Control V. Yes, I want to replace the file destination, right? And I think I can just do refresh. If I have to, I may have to do a close, open, close. Actually, as a matter of fact, you know what? Let's do good practices. We'll close the MT5, and then we'll reopen it again. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this indicator because it's always going to keep the old indicator. So you want to delete this, right? Say close. Then you want to lay down the combo alerts again. Now here's the thing. Here's how you know that you have the new one. If it says combo alerts 1.20, then you know you have a new one. Okay, and that's how you know that it's going to be a good one. So you just say okay, and I'm actually going to configure it the way I like it. Which is just going to go into properties. Come on, properties, and I'm going to get rid of the reversal trader because I don't really want those signals. I'm going to make my trend breaks black. I like them black, both on the black side, and that's it. That's all I really got to do. I'm just going to say okay, and just keep it like this. I have my, this tool working here. I'm going to do the same thing over here. So every trend break here now is really going to be super accurate. That was the big issue that we had before, and now we're not going to have that issue. So I want to go in here, indicators on US1. I want to delete this. Do the same thing here. Close and lay down this one with reverse trader, disable false. Oh, I wanted to, one other thing is, I like my trend break to have 0 distance between the top 3 candles. So I'll leave it as is. And I want to make my trend break black, black, black. Okay. What's going on here? Oh, here it is. It's okay. So here we go on this. And then I want to lay down session tool number 2. Say okay. All right. So we're in good shape on this, on the Dow as well. Okay. And we're in decent shape on this. So in this one, I actually need to on the NDX. I just want to fix my entry offset to 0. What that does is it's going to tighten up my my trend break line right to the top. It's not going to give me any additional pippages above the top 3rd candle. So like if it breaks, it's going to give me a signal, right? So now we're all set up as far as the charts go, and now we can in this one for some reason, why am I? Hang on a second. Let me just do this. Control I, combo alerts, properties. I thought reversal trader was. Oh, I know what it was. And then for my, I like to keep both of them. I like to keep them both the same color. I don't like to change the, you can change the buy and the sell color here. And I like to keep the, the retrace color to be the same, whether it's to the upside or to the downside. That's all it is. Okay, so is everybody kind of clear on one, the new indicator, the entry offset? There's no algo. Boris, there's no algo. There's no algo for this because the algo is not ready yet. We're still working on the algo. This right now, all you guys have is the indicator. It's the only thing I've released for you is the indicator. So don't apply any algo to this. Yeah, so that's a that's an immaterial point because until I'm ready to give you the algo settings, I don't want to discuss it because it's just going to confuse people. So for the indicator, basically the whole point is I'm setting up the indicator the way I want you to see it visually so you can trade it manually. Right now we're just in visual manual mode. We're not in any algo mode because we're not ready for that yet. Okay. So okay. So the most important thing that you look at this obviously is trend breakout, continuation signal, so on and so forth. There is one interesting piece of logic that I misunderstood or quantified originally, which we're rectifying now, which is that the proper way to do the retrace trade, is actually in moving averages, out of moving averages, right? So right now, basically, the retrace signal, or the retrace candle, is the first drop into the moving average. Well, that's actually certainly can be a false signal many times. Sometimes it can be a true signal, but it can be a false signal. But what we try to do is we're like, oh, we wait till we get a turn in the thing, from negative to positive, and then we go up. The problem with that is that the algo actually, first of all, restricts to let's say the first retrace signal, right? And this becomes a second and a third. It just simply doesn't execute. And what we're really trying to do, what we're really trying to capture as far as the behavior, is not the retrace signal, but the retrace recovery signal. It's the retrace recovery couplet. So what we're trying to capture is this behavior in the below moving average, above moving average, below moving average, above moving average. So if we have this, boom, down we go. Obviously in this case, it's sort of a very big pop, but then we go. And it's a similar idea to the short side. The true short here is not quite this one, because this could also be, remember, our biggest debate of our existence is the V-shaped move, right? If it goes through the moving averages, we're kind of, we're totally screwed. So what we're looking for is this to this. This drops below the moving average. This is the real sell point, and you proceed from there. So it's a minor variance, but it's one that that makes all the difference. Even with with the sort of a false signaling method, the algo has been really picking up pretty good trades most of the day. But with this final tweak, we have a very good a very good structure. Right now, we don't have any what I would call kosher trades, but we have a sort of a off the menu trade with the NASDAQ looking like, after a pretty steep sell-off in the first half hour, trying to make a turn. I'm going to try and get long this thing. If this simply holds the moving average, I'm going to try and get long this thing on a turn, just to see if we get a reversal move here. I'm going to go long here. It's fine. Why is this not going long? Oh, there it is. Okay, finally go long. And I'm going to go long with a 6 target on the first, to see if I can make that work. One of the things that doubtlessly has been the really interesting insight that I've had. This could fail. I mean, as I said, that's why it didn't quite capture the moving average. I a little bit rushed. I rushed the move. I'm just basically trying to create trades right now because we don't have any real good setups, and it's just it's failing on me, which is fine. It was a kind of a crap trade to choose from. And as I said, the reversal trades are never really great trades that we have. I'm just simply trying. As a matter of fact, you can make a case. This is actually a great down trade, because we have inside. Let's just do it the other way around. Screw it. Why is this not working? Okay, there we go. So we were inside and then outside. Like, in other words, we had a downtrend to the uptrend. Now this is already a second move from inside to outside, so it's going to be, again, it could just wipe me out the other way, but at least it's within trend structure. It could stay, it's a little more consistent. But I'm perfectly willing to get whipped out completely both ways today, because I just want you to start from today. I want you to know none of the trades I'm taking are serious trades. I'm just experimenting around, showing you various constructs, because the most important thing is that I've been working on is just the indicator itself, the structure, and everything else, and then the 2 entry exit structure, which is really valuable. Algo, yeah, all Algo has an option to take any trade you like. Like you can configure it to take the retrace trade, not take the retrace trade, take the breakout trade, not take the breakout trade, all that kind of stuff. You know, and now I'm gonna, if this thing closes above, I'm gonna go back up above, because this should, at this point now, if this holds the candle, and we got plenty of time here. We still got like 40. We'll see. If this holds, this should actually be a halfway decent turn trade. Dow's rising. Nasdaq has been the weakest trade here to the upside, so it's obviously the weakest chance. And I'm not getting any signal just yet. I got 45 seconds. Let me see if this really needs to hold above the moving average for me to even feel modestly confident it's going to work. I'm gonna 4 now, 3, 2. All right, screw it. I'm gonna chase it because it's looking okay, and I want to put it to 5 first. Jesus. All right. I actually think this signal may work okay. We'll see. It really, this candle really needs to hold above the moving average for me to be confident. But market is obviously very Nasdaq is very weak. It's me trying to buy the reversal in a very strong downtrend is kind of a sucker bet today. I'm just forcing trades. So my apologies. I'm just screwing around. I thought it would really turn, but I guess not today. Nope. I guess third time is going to be the charm. But the much more important principle. I mean, this is all nonsense. I mean, we don't have any trades. Some really fucking around here, creating fake trades. The real true trades, the really true trades, are twofold, and I think they're both super interesting. On the long side, it's this from the moving average out of the moving average construct that's kind of very interesting on taking the longs or take to the long side. To the short side, wow, it's really I'm surprised at how weak it is. But I'm actually gonna hold off because I think it's just yet another bullshit. I have to see. Because so far it's holding above the 10 o'clock lows, and when it does that, the longer it holds, the more likely we have a chance for a reversal move. But trying to catch the reversal move here is futile for the time being. All right, no signal here. Dow is just not doing anything either. Here's the interesting thing that I want to show you on the short side. Okay, what's interesting from the short side? Remember, I said to you the long trades generally have extensions. So if I go over here, if I move the chart, this is a very common trend structure where you have long trend breakout, and it just tends to really extend for quite a long time, right? And so when you have the basic point I'm trying to make is that long side trades, big long side breakouts, generally tend to be deeper, stronger, and longer than the short side breakouts. Which is why it's more comfortable. Hang on a second. Let me just adjust this for a sec so that nobody gets confused. This is a retrace candle. Okay. So that inside the moving average, outside the moving average, this particular couplet of this particular price action, it tends to be a very good price action and a precursor for movement up. You could even sometimes have a two, maybe even sometimes three of these movements in an upside action, right? The downside action tends to be very short and furious. The sell-offs tend to be quick and far less durable. Like, it's a short sell-off, short sell-off, short sell-off before it comes back. So it's much better. Although as I'm watching this, we're breaking to fresh lows. So I guess so much for making a reversal trade. Actually, I'm actually kind of interested here. Let's just play this. All right, I'm just playing again. This is just pure momentum trade. I wanted to. I'm so fast that I can't even. I was trying to get out at 6. Unfortunately, my thing was not set up here. But let's just say I set it for 6. Will it take me at 6? Let's see. Maybe I'm too late. No, it took me at 6, and I want the other stop to be. Now I can move my stop to 0 if I wanted to. I wanted to just demonstrate to you is the power of the 2 entry structure. Obviously I'm very late. It's very, very unlikely I'm going to get the full second move. But when you're over here and you had a signal either here or here, you had a trend break signal. You could have taken the short here with a 6 and a full development to the downside, or even if you wanted to wait for the retrace signal, you had these massive opportunities to the downside. This is really the difference that I've just discovered in this setup that turns it from just a tight, mildly profitable one to a potentially massively profitable edge, because we only need 1 or 2 of the big trend runs during the day for us to catch this really big 20-point second handle, and at least 2 of them happen on both sides of the market, on the upside of the market and downside of the market. You just need to be in position to take advantage of it. And so one of the very, very cool things when I have the algo is we're going to have a multi-exit structure that's going to automatically manage it, to break even and so on and so forth, and and there we go. I don't know. Where's my? For some reason it's not putting my stop at. I guess maybe because it's not allowing me to put a stop to 0. Hang on a second. Put this to 10. I think the 5 doesn't allow me to put a stop right at break even, but that's just a quirk of this particular variant. So it doesn't. I'm obviously late. I just wanted to kind of show you first exit, second exit. If this crashes even further, that'll be just a testament to how weak the sell-off is and how we were able to ride it. But the whole idea of riding it on a 2 exit structure is very, very powerful when you can capture it. When you could actually capture the move properly. In the meantime, we can play with a Dow, right? If we get the candle below and above the moving average. So like we have 15 seconds. This thing really would have to peak. So far, it's not peaking. The Dow is obviously much stronger than NAS. The Dow actually had a signal here where it's below above. So this is now the second variant. Okay. So now I went long. Why is this not letting me go? Okay. Guys, hang on a second. Something is going on in my house. Hang on a second. Well, it was gonna. Sorry, I thought the dog was there was some kind of somebody at the door, but a dog just saw dogs outside. Anyways, here's a Dow on a second, 1 to 2, and I'm looking for 6. Now it went to break even, and now I'm going to see if I can manage this to and actually let's just put this to 10 just to give ourselves a little breathing room, and let's manage this to see if we can make 20 on the Dow. because this is at least a within, within our very much within our structure setup. I just want to give it a little, breathing room here on the move. Let's see if I could make the full move up to the, to the upside. I doubt it. It's I guess it's the second breakout, so has less juice here to go up. We'd have to have. I mean, Dow has been naturally much stronger than the NAS, so you certainly want to be trading the short side, the long side here much more. But the real trade was over here. So this is already the second trade. It's definitely going to have less possibility, but still worthwhile just to explore it, because as I said, you don't need to hit more than 2 or 3 of these a day to have a multi-point exit, which is all you need to really, to create a very, very profitable structure. So, this one doesn't, probably not going to be able to pull it, but still worthwhile to look. I mean, the most important thing is you want to understand when is the really good time to enter, and this is the time to enter. The low to high, the turn, basically, the moving average turn is where you want to enter. And it looks like we're just juicing. I guess we can take, we'll take so we took 6 on the first, 11 on the second, which is pretty good. And if you want it to be patient, maybe it extends a little further. But the point being is that when you're coming in at the right time, generally, so the whole point is that generally these kind of double risk trades are very, very rare. But because we're coming in at super high accuracy entries, generally, we have a 50-50 versus a 30-70 chance of making that double entry. And if you're making a double entry at a 50-50 rate, it's an amazingly strong edge. And that's the edge that really pays for everything. 2 or 3 of those trades pay for for the whole move. So I just wanted to kind of show this to you in action. Maybe we'll get a chance to a couple more trades here today, one way or the other. I mean, I really have to have a NAS turnaround. NAS is just not turning strong enough for me to do anything. And as you saw, this was, as I said to you, this was the second turn, which is why I didn't think there was going to be that much more juice. So we took 6 and we took 11, so it's 17 on the Dow, with a decent, at least real trade, versus just try to pick bottoms over here, which is always a futile project. I'm just trying to think through here. So I don't know if I finished my thought originally, which was that when we go, and let's look at the Dow here, because it works the same way on the Dow as it does on NAS, which is sort of the differential between the longs and the shorts. The long bias in equities, is much more conducive to a multi-entry long trend slices. Basically, trend slices tend to be longer on the upside than they are on the downside, right? Sort of like that's the bottom line. And if trend slices tend to be longer on the upside than the downside, then you have the luxury of the retrace trade, which is, that means you can wait for a confirmation on a retrace trade, and then you can try to trade it for 2 exits with higher probability, because you'll have maybe a couple of 2 exit opportunities in the long trade. On the short side, you see how it's just short cutting trend slices. If that's the case, then what you want to do is the long side, you want to take your trades on the retrace move. On the short side, you want to take them right off the trend break, right? It's just momentum trades. That's the key interesting differential that I discovered that makes all the difference in the world. And that has to do, that's not a property of currencies. We can look at currencies in just a second. I can show them to you. I think, let me see. I wonder if I guess I'm trying to get rid of this thing. I can't. Okay, let's try and do it this way. Sorry, I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to save this as default. Yes. So we're going to go to default here. Just want to clean it up a little bit. Okay. And then now I can just put the session tool over here. Now I'm going to show you currencies in just a second. You'll see where the short long really doesn't matter, but where the two exit structure is super valuable. It's super cool. Again, I'm fooling around. I have zero reason to do this. I'm just looking. It looks to me like we may be finally making a bottom in the NAS. So I'm just going to try again. Why is this not letting me do this? That's interesting. Oh, there it is. Wow. For some reason, I can't click on this thing. Okay. So again, I'm just trying to do this with a two exit structure. If this indeed is the bottom, and it's a guess at this point. But if it's a bottom, then the two exit structure is really going to help us, because we're going to have hopefully a short exit here at 6, and then be able to try to milk it for the full 20 on the move up. So okay, we get the 6. Did it get done? Yeah, we got done on the 6. And now let's just see if my turn. The beautiful thing about the two exit structure is you can take the gamble trades, because you're gonna get clipped, but when you get lucky on the gamble trade, it really pays off big, right? It pays off with a double risk kind of a story. So so what I want to do now is I'm just going to put a 10 stop on this thing to see if I can get the 20. That's going to be interesting. There's a reasonable chance here that I could get a 20. If it starts breaking above the moving average, it really does look like it might make a turn here. But you see how much more fruitful it is to do it. Now combine the sharpshooting structure of finding the right points of entry, not just kind of guessing what the tops and the bottoms are, with a double exit structure, and then you have a really powerful strategy. That's the key thing that I'm pointing out to you guys. All right, so all right, screw it. We'll take 16 on this, because it doesn't seem to be pushing much, and it seems to be exhausting itself. It's still pretty good. You still took 16 here, on a halfway decent thing. And I could tell it wasn't pushing through the moving average, so I blew it out. I'm going to go back into the Dow. Again, I want to make 6 here on the Dow. Let me see if I can do this. Again, I'm just only trying to. This may fake me out. Yeah, it does fake me out. Okay, never mind. Why did it stop me? Was that a 20 stop? Oh, he took me over here. Wow, that was a horrible execution. I thought I was coming in over here. Okay, never mind. Okay. Again, I was trying to guess, because this was, I was trying to see if it was inside outside, but actually, I should have waited, because this did not close. Like if I'm going to actually let's wait, and let's stay true to what the algo is going to do, which is be patient enough to have the candle close through the moving averages above. All right, no go here. This actually may start turning negative now, right? So if the Dow starts turning negative, here's where it gets interesting. So if the Dow starts turning negative, and we start getting a negative trend break candle, then we'll take the negative trade. That will be like really a legitimate trade. But we have to we have to see if there's any movement. It looks like the NAS is trying to hold desperately above through this thing for a turn. I'm going to watch this again. If it holds the moving average, I may go back. I'm just going to go back in for another scalp, just because I have no trades today, but I just want to demonstrate to you. Okay, I'm long here. I want to demonstrate to you the power of a 2-entry structure here on mildly legitimate setups here, since I don't have any significantly legitimate setups. So let's see if this hits me on 6. Maybe not. It's gonna, I'm gonna give this a little breathing room because it looks like it did turn. It's gonna retrace back, try to come back and re-rally. There's always a danger it could just clip us out and then come back and re-rally too. But at least this is a decent sign that the buyers finally have a little bit of control. Still not a great sign. This is the reason why. The reason why in generally I see no need to trade reversals, because they will show themselves. A true reversal is when the moving average is going to cross back up. That's going to be a true reversal, right? This is the reason why it's always kind of a sucker bet to try to trade them. But they're fun to do while we don't have anything else to do during the session. But it's also a really good example of why none of this stuff is legitimate trades. It's just all me screwing around today to show you almost the weakness of a lot of these. The reason why doing a lot of these trades is not a great idea half the time, right? Because these are not nearly high probability trades as the ones that really set up for us in a proper structure. We just don't have anything setting up right now in a proper structure. I'm gonna watch the end of this trade, and then I want to go to currencies and just show it to you, show you how the property of price is very different when there is no upside skew. So the reason why the long side is much stronger in equities, because equities have an upside skew. Equities over time go up. Currencies are completely bi-directional. They don't go up or down. They just trade sideways over course of history. So they don't necessarily have a big difference between the buy side and the sell side skews. You are going to get big trends up and big trends down in currencies, obviously. So within those structures, you're going to get big moves. But the general point is that they're nowhere near as clearly buy side biased as equities are. Trying to buy Nasdaq today is just a sucker bet, man. Nasdaq is super weak. Look at the Dow, look at the Nas. Just a completely different story. But even Dow can't really hold. I'm watching the Dow to see if it will hold the moving averages, but it's not. Let's see how well it trades. Yeah, I don't. I'm completely. I would not be. I'm telling you guys, don't trade any of the trades I'm doing today, because they just. I'm just fooling around. For demo purposes. None of these trades are trades that I like. I'll tell you when there's even a halfway legitimate trade that's like. I'm just demoing this just to show you the price action today. Today is a teaching day, not a trading day. There's no trades today. Now we may be finally. Okay, sorry. Let's get long. Okay, this is I'm looking at the Dow. Okay, so I'm long the Dow here as a quasi-legitimate trade here. At least this might be halfway decent trade. The upside, because we broke the moving averages, and we're looking for the first target of 6, target of 20 on the other one. Let's see if the upside holds. But it's very tired. We already had three tops, but it's, at least I think I have a reasonable chance here. It makes the 6, right? And now we're going back up, and this is the first reasonable trade that we have. And let's see if I can extend a little bit here. Maybe I'll make it 15 just to see if I can shorten my target. Oh, I can't. It won't let me do this. Okay. This particular software. So I'll just take the 13. Okay. So 613. That's 18. Jesus. 19. Halfway decent. So this was a halfway decent trade because again broke above the moving average. We had it definitely a much stronger. Held up the thing, and here trading the 1-2 structure. Worked a little bit better. The NAS is still struggling. Not really worth trading it. So I'll let you know if I'm trading a quasi real trade versus a bullshit trade. But as I said, today is much more of a teaching day. It's really about making sure you guys have the indicator properly aligned, and then only looking, honestly, only looking for the really, really good trades through the indicator, which are not available today during our trading time. They're just not, they're just not happening. So this is interesting. NAS is finally starting to turn up. I'm watching this here. This might be a second quasi-legitimate trade for us on NASDAQ. If it holds here, really want the candle to hold, because that would suggest that yes, the buyers finally have been able to obtain a little bit of control over the short term. This is the bottom. We kind of sold out. I'm going to watch this for a few minutes here, see if NASDAQ can hold. Okay, I went long here. Let's see if it can just get me to 6 at least. And may, hem and haw back and forth, but at least, we seem to have we've turned the moving averages. Now this could be just another false breakout. So yes, it's always a risk, but it feels like, we've collected the moving averages to a tight range. The selling is now met with buying on the dips here, and we should presumably start to extend a little bit, at least towards the first target. But it's a real struggle. I mean, today is a good lesson, like to appreciate that when you have a weak relative asset, which is NASDAQ is a very weak relative asset today. Trying to trade the weak side, which is the buy side, is a sucker bet. Oh, who opened up their mic? I gotta. Who do I need to mute? Okay. Mute. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see what's going on over here. Still trying to struggle, but we're getting close. Maybe we're going to get close to the 6 here. We'll see. Still trying to barely push it. Wow. Now it's just having zero power today. The Dow performing better. So Dow, by the way, has a buy arrow. So Dow is now in a legitimate uptrend, right? That's good, because if we want to see a second, if we want to see a retrace trade in the Dow, might be able to trade the Dow. This is still, dying, not really doing anything for us. But I'm just gonna be patient with this thing, only because this happens a lot, where you have a lot of back and forth, as the final gasp for the sellers, and then the buyers try to lift it back up strong. But the seller, the buyers could always fail here. It looks like it's relatively strong here, but I could be misreading the price action today. I have the moving averages on my side, although they're crashing again, and they may be giving up. Trading the NAS today is a sucker bet from every angle. But I'm going to stay patient with it because I've seen this price action a million times where they really test your patience, and then eventually the deal, they want to sweep the offers. Okay, 6 done after a good 5 minutes of patience. Up arrow signaling. We need the close of this thing. So it's a 22. Still 20 seconds to even confirm that we can break through the up arrow. And then we'll just hang. We'll just hold to see if we can extend this thing. If we'll go. We'll just be super patient with it. But you see how, when it tries to reestablish a reverse trend, it's very rarely that it just makes that kind of a V-shaped move. It really goes back and forth, until the sellers get exhausted, and they try to take it back up. I said I was gonna show you the FX stuff, but now we're like in this trade, so we'll just watch it for a little bit. That'll be our entertainment for the day today. Looking like, let me see, how much time do we have? 30 seconds. Well, that's not bad. Starting to break out. Let's see if this arrow holds, we have a reasonable chance to make 20 on the second leg. I really do. So the arrows, we need like 16, 19, the arrow to hold through the move. And barely held. Not a lot of confidence here, but I'm still gonna stay patient with the move here, at least until we get maybe to, well, I was gonna say, all right, we'll take 16. 15, 16 is close enough to our target. It took a very, very long time for this trade to resolve, but again, it's a good example of how it, and now it's probably going to go to 20. How a two-leg structure. The whole point is you can never hold for the long trade unless you get the short trade. It's psychologically and any other way. You have to have the short leg done so you can have the strength of character to stay in the long trade. And that, that's the whole point, is really to be able to stay in a long trade, and you can't really do it unless you have the short leg chance. So it's my issue is like, that's why the 2-trade structure is so valuable. But it becomes really powerful, not just valuable, but really powerful when you trade it on proper entry points, not just random excuse me, not just random entry points. Anyways, this made full 20 for, if you guys held that. Did anybody hold this trade? Anybody trade this position? I'm actually curious. Connie, anybody? Karen? Or is everybody just watching me today because it's like such a sloppy day? Oh, I haven't, Jonathan. I haven't even done ES. I should start looking at ES. Okay, yeah, and it's fine. It's fine. The most important thing, I want you guys to kind of watch it today, because it's a new element. In the new element in how we trade. The thing about it is that I love this. It's like this the turbocharged part of the trading. Like we've been able to isolate the really good entry points, been able to capture, encapsulate trend really well graphically and indicator wise, and this is like the final pièce de résistance that I really love, because capturing this, especially when we have the algo, and the algo can just do this automatically, creates it's a difference between profit and loss, in my opinion, because the thing is, the high accuracy entries still have such a small margin of error, right? So it's like a 66% break even, and if you're at 70%, it's like a 4% win. Here, if just even like a third of your second legs go to full 2x, because I'm using 10 stop 20 target on my futures, but on CFDs you could still use at least 1.5 to 1 risk reward ratios. That second leg just makes up so many losses, and if you hit if you had 2 or 3 second leg trades in a day, those are literally your profit, because everything else just pays for itself. It's all all of that just breaks even for itself, and this pays. And you see, by the way, the Dow, how nicely that's trending, because that's we gave it up over here, but and it retraced back up against into our break-even territory. But the point is, that had a nice long extension. So now I think we have a little bit of time. We can go to currencies. Let's just take a look at currencies for 1 second, and I want to go to, let's say, euro. Okay, I want to go to the hourly. Okay, here's the hourly, and just sort of to show you. Did I trade the euro? I didn't even know I was trading the euro here. So first thing you notice about the euro is how equidistant the up and down legs are, and how, by the way, here you don't have to be early in the euro. It doesn't hurt. I mean, sometimes you can take the trend break as you trade, but if you take the retrace trade, you really put yourself in a very strong position. So inside the moving average, outside the failure moving average, boom, massive trade. And imagine the other thing I was going to say is, imagine these trades with a 2 exit structure. That's really where it's beautiful. You only have a 20-point risk for any of these on the hourlies, and you could have, I don't know, 10 points on the first one, and then a 40-point exit on the second one, which is very achievable if you catch yourself in a long trend, right? On a short trend, you're only going to get the 10 points, but that's fine. 10 to break even, that's it. Sort of a shortcut, cut entry, right? Here's one where you actually are able to manage. I think you might be able to manage 40. For one thing I know is that your break even isn't going to get a hit. So if you're coming in here at 75, and you're gonna look for 65 to be your first target. So 75 down to 65, and ultimately you want to be looking at 35, right? 35. You're looking for 40, right? You have a 20-point risk. You're coming in here at 75. You have a 20-point stop. You're looking for a 40-point on the second one and a 10-point on the first one. So I'm short 75s. 65 gets done mid candle over here, right? My stop is over here, never gets touched, and I'm looking for 35, and it actually gets hit all the way on the second candle. So 2 hours, in 2 hours, I've now made 50 pips on a total 40 pip risk, right? Total 40 pip risk. And if I can just catch 2 of those a day, even just think about that. That's a massive amount of pips. Fully kind of engaged. Here, you're only probably good for just 10 because it comes out inside, outside. You make the 10, and then it breaks. It takes you out to break even. But here, if you wanted to trade, or sorry, the trade probably would actually be here. I don't know why is this? I guess it's not. Oh, because this is adjusted. I know why. Because I've given myself a little bit of an adjustment. But this trade is definitely inside the moving average. This is outside the moving average. This is a 40-point second trade. Yeah, I don't think you can trade currencies on anything less than 1 hour. Currencies are too slow to trade, Raphael. Meaning that they're too choppy on any. You're not going to get enough pippages on like 5-minute charts to have significant signals, right? If I want to trade for 10 pip targets, I have to trade them on an hourly basis. Yeah, but the beautiful thing is, with currencies, we have like 28 currencies that we can choose from. We have a wide variety of currencies that we can choose, and this is applicable to whatever the hell. Like, let's take a look at pound odd, just some crazy ass currency like that. Let's look at this. And you see that the same patterns that show up in your dollar, inside, outside, certainly, worthwhile for, in this case, it'd probably be a 20 for all the pound pairs. I would have a 40-point stop, 20-point first target, just because the volatility is so much larger. So I doubled my volatility. So here, here it works to the upside. Let's see the downside trades here. Here's a inside the moving average, outside the moving average, closing 1805, and then this fully makes like 80 points on this one single candle, right? Without breaking the break even, if you wanted it to be. Here's inside, outside. This probably actually stops you out, I think, because if you had a 40-point stop, this actually might be too volatile. Close 18 and the low. Wait, hold on. What is this? This makes no sense. Is that right? This can't be right. I don't know. Am I misreading this? $180.18. Oh! I'm sorry. Jesus, I'm looking at that. This is 1-minute charts. Sorry, guys. I was like, what the hell? This is like 1 pip? No. All right, sorry. Let's do this properly again. Okay. Yeah. So okay, so this is the 1 hour charts. I'm like, why was this not working? Okay, 1 hour charts. Yeah. So here, here you go. Inside, outside, long here. You certainly make 20 points, to the upside. Here, I'm not sure you would have this would actually trigger a trade, because this looks like it was still inside the moving average. So it's not even a trade. This would have given you a false trade. Unfortunately, this inside outside would have given you a false trade. This would have been a nice clean, at least I think 30, maybe. Let's see how many points here. It's 77.80. We're looking for 77.60 as our first target. So I guess it would be here. it would be on this candle. Stop would be at 80, and then we're looking for 80. It would have only given us one target over here. This thing is just very, very choppy on the move here. Pound dot really has a lot of choppiness. This would have faked you out. This would have faked you out. But this would have given you. So let's just imagine this is minus. I'm trying to see if this would have extended to level 2 over here. Close here would have been 86. What's the highest here? 43, 48.50. Yeah, this may have hit full 80. Could have hit full 80 here on this one. So this one definitely hit like you're coming in here at 46, and the high over here is 99. So more than enough for an 80. So that's my thing. Yeah, you'll get clipped, especially in these high volatility, very, very choppy pairs. Like you would get clipped here on a fake move. You would get clipped here on a fake move. That's just there's nothing you can do about that. But you win on these two, and these two more than pay for the losses of these two. Because think about this: the losses of this two is it's an 80 loss. It's a 40 stop double time. It's an 80 loss. Whereas this is 100 win, and this is 100 win. So you have 200 wins against 280 losses. And obviously you trade this with small size. And you're still net positive, and just what otherwise would have just been a very, very blasé, no way possible profitable trade, because this you don't need to be that accurate. You just need to be accurate enough, and that's what I'm saying. And of course, other pairs have much better accuracy, because this is probably one of the toughest pairs to trade because of the counterflow that happens. There's a lot of very choppy counterflow when you're doing commodity crosses against majors. So it's never looks really as good as you want it to look. Where's my nothing setting up here, guys? So like realistically, there's just there's no point in forcing trades that don't exist. Wait, let me just hold my tongue. So here's Dow. If this thing drops inside the moving average, comes back up above, that'll be the first retrace candle that we have, and that'll be a legitimate buy trade. So let me just hold my tongue for a second. We'll give it a couple of minutes of price action. The euro, the Nasdaq finally really extended, as I said, after they bang away. You can see, by the way, how many times have we seen this price action happen? This is a very good lesson. That eventually the sellers get tired, or eventually the buyers get tired if it's a big extension to the upside. And what you're looking for is that break of the moving averages, right? Now the first break was kind of a fake break in the sense that it didn't extend, right? So that happens. But the second break was real, and it really extended. None of these things were breaks. This was just me forcing trades that didn't weren't even close to breaking the moving average. So they really weren't good trades at all. But I just wanted to show them to you. So what else? Let me see. Where's the Dow? Okay, let's watch the Dow as my final possibility here for the day. If this thing comes back out, do I have 42 seconds? Let's see. Huh. Huh. Okay, that's weird. Oh shoot! I'm sorry, guys. I missed. I'm sorry. I was watching the other screen. My apologies. Should have been in on this trade. If you guys weren't, I'm late on this trade already. I should have been in on this trade. Um, yeah, it's unfortunately. Let me see if I can. I'm late on this trade. I'm sorry. I was watching my other screen and I totally missed this. So it should have been in. We've already made 6 points. So in this case already, the trade is kind of busted because I would have already been at break even. Now it's a crapshoot, but yeah, we'll see if it works, but probably not. I'm sorry, I got distracted by my other screen. All right, I'm just gonna screw this. Fuck this. This is not a real trade. Okay. Anyways, my point is, these are the setups that are going to be part of the canon of what we're going to do. Still trying to get everything organized as far as the algo is concerned. The indicator is one more step from being fully refined, and then once the indicator is fully refined, the algo actually becomes much easier to do. And we're just waiting. The main thing I'm waiting on the algo is the 2 exit structure, which is what's going to make it really, really strong. So once all that's ready, I'll be able to release it to you. But in the meantime, fool around with the indicator, fool around with the 2 exit structure, and let me know how it goes tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, and then after that we'll have an MT4 version, and then after all that we'll have an MT4 version. Yes. The protocol now is get everything correct on MT5, and then it's much easier to write the MT4. Looks like this thing actually would have is starting to pull out anyways, so it would have really worked out. But I was just distracted, so yes, it has. So again, I started this out, Jonathan, at the beginning of the day, telling you what you need to do is you need to make sure that the combo alerts that you have over here is a 1.20 version. Oh, you missed the beginning. Yes, it's changed. It's 1.0. So let me wrap the day up by saying it's changed. It needs to be 1.2 version. And by the way, look at it down. That's actually working, right? So I'm sorry, I got distracted. Because I'm just monitoring the algo for Daniel and trying to figure out what other fuck up it did right now. But it's got to be 1.2 version. That's the one you're looking for. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. It ain't easy trying to do research and trading at the same time, but I'm trying to do my best. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll have the indicator fully nailed down, and then we'll be working on nailing down the algo. Hope you guys had a lot of fun. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye bye.